a triangle of doom, if you will, but they'll slow things down for now. Offer some smoke grenades, try and isolate the fight, but still they haven't checked these sandbags yet. HEs are going in different directions. Being very patient, James, looking for those headshots. In the meantime, Flick gets exploded. 5 versus 3 for Fnatic. Great start for them. Roy's going to get dropped, but he's got information for the squad.
Smoke's still up, but they should be fading shortly. And Fnatic will just drop back. They're happy with their positions right now. They know they've got the advantage. Finally, outsiders move in, and niko does flash forwards. Looking good for Fnatic here as they keep on fighting. Chiron forced in, but he lands a second shot. The time is so low, though. Kickert's got that kit, but he's got to get on the bomb soon. And Fnatic know it. They're playing back and forth. They're playing for time. Kickert back on that bomb. They can't line this up, but finally, Mezzy finishes the job. And Fnatic get hyped off the pistol.
We'll see them later on, I'm sure. On this occasion, though, those grenades will be dodged by outsiders. You see so many people on the ramp. Is there any help for Fame? Indeed, there is from Chiron. Trouble now as Fnatic have lost a bomb behind that smoke. Chiron starting to creep. These are half health, though, but he still wins the duel with niko does. That is a very big duel for Fnatic to lose, leaving Mezzy alone in a 1 versus 4 with no bomb. Not much lurking to do now. James sees him and disengages.
This isn't a map outsiders had to play throughout their entire major run. Throughout their entire major win. So it's not normally a map they like to lean into. That's why Fnatic are hoping they can switch it up, hoping they can find a weak point.
Saw some glimpses of that. Very ropey buy here for Fnatic. Wanting to keep the C2 economy somewhat honest, I'm sure. Roy taking massive damage. The flashes might work out quite nicely, though. 2 for Messi. He finds the third one as well. How about that for a response? They've only got 3 rifles. Only 1 required, though, in the hands of Mezzy. Those were not the easiest frags in the world, but look at the impact.
Many tournaments recently, they haven't played at the start of this year. So especially when they're coming into a tournament like Katowice, why not test them early? See if there's any ring rust.
They're definitely concerned with Mezzy's creeping and his entries here. Jame, a rare miss from him. Not quite hitting the mark, and now opportunity knocks once again. This A site feeling somewhat brittle at the moment. Mezzy looking for Kicker. Can he find him, though? Still creeping. Great lineup from him through the smoke. Mezzy's impacts on this bomb site has been devastating for outsiders.
It looks like outsiders are maybe aware there's a possibility of a player lurking, but I don't know if they clear this. Fasher with 1 is traded. But every gun removed from outsiders makes a difference.
It's lost again. But James just not really finding the right angle. Maybe the elevation making things awkward for the sniper. Indeed, they haven't... there's a lot of utility here for outsiders, actually. Chiron has an incendiary, which he's about to deploy. And here's a flashbang. They're taking it to them, to Fnatic. Here's a trade, and Roy will find 2. Roy and Mezzy, problems on the A bomb site, but with 20 seconds, they've got 3 more players to find. This one surely ends by fragging. Fame with the 5-7. Fasher's got the angles. He's got a 2K as well. Down to the 1v1 now. Fasher and Jame, 11 seconds to plant the bomb. Jame falls back into the smoke, but does he push? Fasher planting. Is he committed? Now we know the answer. Fasher just creeping, and he lands the headshot. A 3K for Fasher coming in from short. Awkward for Fnatic in the end, but they can win that one with confidence.
If this A-sided play were to come through, I'm going to go for the CT aggression.
Swinging dry. Mezzy so close for a second one. I don't know if he sees 2 of those players swinging on the def cam at the very least. If he does, then surely that's a go command for Fnatic on the B bomb site if they can get the players in tow in time. Looks like they can. Fame, the initial engage, will take one in the face. Fasher again delivering an important frag. Roy in position now. Maybe get some sound cues from Jame.
The well-roundedness of this team. Mezzy is the in-game leader, currently having incredible impact.
Just a flash for outsiders as well, but they have the numbers advantage. They can trade. Not concerned about short with the scope there. The rest of the players can focus on the ramp, but Mezzy, he's good for a multi-frag. Fasher and Crims, look at this flurry of kills. 10 seconds to plant the bomb. Fasher pushing forward for the cover. How have they turned this around? Nothing going the way of outsiders. Fnatic so patient, delivering the kills. Everybody's turning up today, but this is still doable. Everyone's low. They don't know where Flit's coming from in this 1 versus 2. Fasher and Crims, AK and Orp. Fasher, well, he's got the information now one way or another, but where is Crims? That is the question. Might be awkward to peek with the scope here. Not showing just yet. Flit, what's he going to do? Had to go and pick up a defuse kit. He has an idea of where he's there, but we've seen Crimsorp before. The quickscope from him will do the job. Fnatic with an absurd comeback once again on A.
Peaks instantly, no hesitation. And Flit couldn't look back in time. I think James has been missing a couple of shots here, which has been a shame for Outsiders, because normally the game plan is built around him.
Outsiders somewhat shell-shocked at present, again trying to hold things down. Well, they've done a lot of damage to Mezzi, but as we have seen before, they've got to take him down. There we go, there we go. That's the advantage they were looking for. Is it too little too late though? James finally landing with the AWP and not in safe territory. Falling back, he sees Roy, and here is the cavalry. Flit gonna come and help out. 5 versus 2, surely this time they can convert the round, Outsiders.
No excuses this time. Now, this timing window is not bad from Crims, but James is here. Oh, unreal shot from Crims, and he transfers it back. Smoke out at the wrong time. For a split second, I thought he was about to pop off and make the difference, but Fasha's timing, also not bad. Kicker, oh, he's just got back to safety. Fasha still sneaking up. They haven't spotted him. Fasha into the bomb site, gets the 1 kill, but now he needs more. And Outsiders are just turtling up. They're not giving him the opportunity. It's a massive nade.
He knows where Flit is. He made a sound cue earlier on. He knows exactly where he is. Look at the positioning from Fasha. Surely not. 35 seconds, faking the plant. Fame doesn't know whether to push or not. He's 1 bullet away from doom. 27 HP and done. I can't believe it. Fnatic are unstoppable.
They can do no wrong.
That was fucking close. They're shooting their pants.
Well, opportunity knocked for a moment, but again, there's no slack. Doesn't matter who you face, you're going to get popped in the face. Fnatic now starting to move faster towards that B bomb site. We thought this might come eventually, but things will get very awkward around that smoke grenade now. 40 seconds, there is some time for them to adjust. They've got smokes to try and create some space for themselves as well. James not firing the bullet just yet. Fame trying to line them up. He's done good damage though, but can they capitalize on this? Flit's find himself in M4, 27 seconds, 2 on 2. Going for the plant again, Flit's close, edging, not sure about the smoke. Nika does, waiting, Flit's gone past him. But they do have somewhat of a crossfire here. There we go, down goes Kicker. Again, 10 seconds. Oh, he's found a kit though, even though he's got no Kevlar. Do they push through? They've got to sync it together. Nika does poking, prodding, teasing, baiting, and forcing Flit to concede another round. 12-2 for Fnatic.
Every time getting hyped up after these round wins, just letting Outsiders know.
According to Fnatic, some adult nappies are required.
Oh no. Okay. I thought for a second Cairo might struggle with the FAMAS at that range, but takes one.
30 seconds remain. Outsiders have got to be terrified, just based on the evidence that we have seen in this game so far. Crimsy's finally seen something. He is just waiting for the entries, but the bomb needs to be collected. Mezzi on the way now, 17 seconds. He has to race car his way onto that bomb site. Crims holding the angles for now, but there could be flashes coming his way. 10 seconds on the clock now. Finally loses a duel. Mezzi has to commit to the bomb plant here. All go for the stats, not much else to do. 12-3, a monstrous half for Fnatic at halftime. Let's see if Outsiders can bring it back after the break. Yeah, it was just great to see how strong every individual is playing. They have come ready for this series. No slouching, no slacking whatsoever. Well, we've got 2 versus 3. Chiron and Fame will force their way into the A-bomb site. Mezzi is here with that rare P2000. They're going to block the smoke as well. The numbers game is so great here for Outsiders, but we've seen it fail so many times in the first half. Starting to swing now. Both squads trying to abuse the numbers as best they can. Flashes as well, but still all of Outsiders are standing. Chiron first one to drop. That's wasted so much time though. No one close to the bomb. Crims is going to go for a hero defuse attempt. He will be denied. Outsiders tick the box for the pistol. How can they be slowed down? niko has an incendiary on the A bomb site, so he can try and delay a bomb plant. They've spotted Jame. He's going to have a look now. He spotted one as well. Misses the flick, though. Still a bit lukewarm is Jame. And they are closing. How do they plant the bomb now? Rotating over. Didn't expect him to be so close. And the dream is collapsing again for Outsiders. But maybe Fame and Kicker can do something. 13 seconds to plant the bomb. Does Crims push indeed? He's swinging on a bomb carrier. And now it's going to collapse entirely for Outsiders on the A bomb site. Took so long to move up the ramp. Fnatic did not respect them. 3.5 men on the B bomb site for Fnatic. Fame has a great idea though, and Mezzi's going to walk straight into it. It's his turn for the multi-frag, looking for Fasher as well. Exactly what Outsiders needed. Taste of your own medicine, quite bitter for Fnatic as Outsiders swing towards B.
That's exactly what Fame provides to this team. Outsiders for so long were known as a team who win almost all their rounds just based off their system. And it's so nice to have that when you're on a comeback like this. Every now and then just winning a round largely based off a single player.
Don't think he'll make that mistake twice. Painful learning process. Great flash. niko force off of the angle, goes back to the well. Down goes Flit. That's a flick for the ages, that one. And down goes Jame as well, bomb carrier included. niko refuses to leave. Roy's got the cover. The rifle support is there. And suddenly Kickert has no one on the radio.
I think Jame on the other side had one opportunity to land a shot over the top that he missed, and he will be ruining that. It's a good flash from Kicker. He's getting two, but he's not getting anything else. Fasher trades. Fnatic find 14. All shots back and forth, but James just selling the presence. It is this B play. Fame looking to lead the charge. He's had some good entries throughout. This time, he can't find one. And it's Mezzi trying to fight back. Still no frags. Finally, Chiron picks one up. Molly goes back, and Chiron hits a second. Finally, Mezzi gets something going, but that bomb looks set to go down on the B bomb site.
And we're going to see some lineups now as they start to use their utility. There are pop flashes to be had as well. Flit just waiting for those to come through. He's got a very strong angle. Here comes the flash. He's ready to avoid it though. He'll deliver the first kill. Down goes Roy as well. And that should be the round. niko needing to hold on to this now, but the hunt is on. We know Jame, actually he's got his AWP already, but they'll take niko's one away. You can see 3 of the players here for Fnatic. Many footsteps to be heard as they start to creep around a short position. What has happened to Crims though? He's fallen off the map. He fell off the map.
Oh
in CT spawn. How?
I mean, there's no tech or anything. He must have just walked off the map. Oh, no, Crims, no.
Did he press A instead of D? Did he press S instead of W?
Yeah, he was trying to strafe. We saw it there in the replays. Face palming. But Fnatic needs something now. Fasher blind, able to get one back. Orb in hand, looks for the fight. Outsiders won't give it to him.
Kicker must have heard the scope. In the meantime, they are wrapping the site. And what is left of Fnatic? Mezzi and Roy, 2 versus 4, trying to do what they can. 30 seconds on the clock, no utility to slow a bomb plant.
And this is what Outsiders do well. We saw Yanko talk about it earlier. Hunting down these positions, not allowing any saves, not allowing any guns to be carried through. Mezzi on the stairs, run down, Kicker sprays him. Nothing saved for Fnatic. Yeah, the Outsiders riflers have just hit a whole different level. Honestly, it feels like the first half, except the first half had some competitive rounds. Here's a round that could get competitive. A couple of kills for the 5-7s. Crims has found 2 out of nowhere. Crims finds a 3K. Fnatic find 15. That looked like a round that was going to be Outsiders all day long, but when you least expect it, Crims bounces back.
Well, that's one way to redeem walking the plank. Crims with the 5-7. Let's have a look at these kills now. The flashbang comes in perfectly from niko, allowing that second frag, and he's ready for the third. Beautiful work. Roy swinging with the AK-47. It being held passively, if you could call it that, by Fnatic at present. Not sure if they have an idea of this just yet. Crims, he's been dancing, jiggling, hiding. That might just work out if he can stay alive. Fasher creeping forward, down goes Flit. Outsiders in trouble, and potentially the last round. They've got an entry onto the B bomb site. Now it's time for Jame to deliver though. Oh, look at the trade, but the numbers are dwindling. Jame and Kicker need to plant the bomb. Minute on the clock, the flashes are high, and Kicker is down. Jame in the clutch now. 1 minute to find 3 players doesn't have the bomb. The only way is forward for him. He's got to somehow try and avoid these trade frags as well. Utility going to make life worse for him. Roy still behind the girders. He'll pop out once his teammates start firing bullets. Or will he? That's the job done by Fnatic. Getting scary towards the end, but they will take Vertigo away from Outsiders.
Outsiders showing they will be competitive in this series, but not enough for them to bring it back on this one.
Fnatic, niko's going to be, well, he was holding that pixel angle. Crims appears to be ready as well. One must hit the headshots. A lot of P2000s in this match, niko's and mezii. 2 is a lot, 40%, and it's delivering the first 2 kills as well. Crims trying to move, oh, that's the fadeaway, the 180 as well. 4 versus 2, Fnatic.
Little tag landed onto mezii, and now he decides to come back to A, and, oh, actually they're faking going back to A. 28 seconds left, Flit is gonna try and make noise. Jay needs this kill though, and he won't get it. Bomb dropped. Flit can only play for frags, and even that won't be a possibility. Fnatic off to a strong start again. The utility from Outsiders is really lacking here. These AKs need to land some crisp headshots on the entry.
Chiron domed immediately. Doesn't last long. Kicker going to be entertained by mezii, who's just killing time. He's just allowing rotation for his teammates, and he does that a lot. We saw it in the first map as well. James and Outsiders have nothing to show for this round. The AKs will be collected by Fnatic. Again, using the players in mid to just keep Fnatic focused on that, keep them entertained, pull them away from the main target. But mezii starting to wonder, pre-firing the windows. Oh, he's running out of bullets. They might actually win this round at this point. They've been completely outmaneuvered. Another thing Outsiders do, we saw this in the pistol round, even when they had 2 players left, but that bomb still needs to get planted. Short plant coming through. No angle for Royce, he starts to creep in. He's become so desperate all of a sudden. 2 versus 2, hold on a second. That's a big dig from Kicker, a second one. And Fame will come in for the third. Outsiders entertaining, just dangling toys in front of Fnatic. They're trying to grab them in mid as the bomb sneaks into B. But he's about to be tested. Creeping forward now. Oh, he's missed a shot on this occasion. Seen at least 2 players. That smoke will help with the rotation. mezii's here as well. Can't drop the bomb carrier though, but Crims is still posted up. Targets are on the way. Sees the barrel. Roy will take the place of mezii. Big problems now for Outsiders. 17 seconds, and Jane will try to escape with the AWP. He may just be able to do that. Indeed, it looks like he will. Or will he? niko's. Never mind the rifle, the AWP, the one shot, and goodbye.
Will be delighted. And what a great example of how Crims doesn't really land the shots, doesn't really get the kills, but still does a solid job at just surviving and always being there on the bomb site. This is the wall bang. Boof. Got him.
They have the 2 orcs once again. And once more, their focus is being pulled to defending the mid position. Fash will at least get some information. Royce is sent over to Desert Eagle. Outsiders, though, with all these players in mid, will start to move into A, which has no CTs on it whatsoever. Fnatic take mid, but the bomb should be planted on A. niko's delivering once again. Very important position to hold here, as Fnatic are on the retake now. Double orb retake versus James, who is quite elevated. Sees an elbow, salivating. They're lining up for him as well. It'll just be Crims though. 2v2, there's a smoke. mezii could try and create space, but where's James gone now? They'll find out in the most painful fashion. mezii walks to his doom. Again, Fnatic drawn out of position completely. A site abandoned, everybody in mid. Again, there's plenty of urgency for Fnatic. Now jockeying for position around connector. Roy delivers once again. Crims is here if help is required. Look at the swing coming through. There's no trade though. Fame looking for a third one, but Crims is here. niko's now lost his position, hiding behind the smoke. Chiron creeping towards jungle. One in CT as well. They're losing all the positions here. If he goes up on the ladder to try and find Chiron, he might get shot from A. Doesn't know where to look. Chiron coming through now with a second frag. Crims to trade. They know where he is. 1 versus 2. And one of them's James. Rather you than me, Crims. Crims will have the hero AK-47 in this round. Fash has got no one to play off of. He's here alone.
Yeah, not an easy position to play. Crims coming in with a good headshot. Okay, Crims tapping another head. Flash doesn't look great, but the shots certainly do. Chiron looking to clean up some of the other players, but Crims still playing around with this AK. Mezzy gets another one, and this low buy could work out, but it's still Jame alive. And Crims just backs up into connector, not giving anything away.
Nikodos has been heard though, so he knows where the CT rotator is.
Oh
does he peek mid? Does he peek mid? Oh, he hasn't seen it! He completely missed him! Completely zone focused.
Hoping they can play around that connector smoke. And they can. Roy spots Fame over the top. Crims comes in to help. Finally, Fnatic win those mid fights. And now this A play feels so much weaker. You don't have to be scared of mid. You can fully focus on these A players. And even though Chiron has moved up into sandwich, he's still got to get towards the site. Oh, man.
Trigger discipline from Nikodos. Fnatic starting to understand the Palace problem. You saw them molly over the stairs on that occasion, but Jame is probably falling back here. So much to do, but we'll see.
For now, it is just the save on the long barrel.
And we're back to a familiar fight. So interesting, this tussle for control. Roy looking to come out again. He is behind the smoke. Flit eats the flashbang. So far, so good. But look at the bunch up again. Flit's a sacrificial lamb, pulling them to mid as they look to execute on the B bomb site. Once again, they've been outmaneuvered by outsiders. 4 on 4 now. As Fnatic try to stop this plant. Bomb being dropped so Jame can post up in the apartments. They are surrounded by Fnatic, but they have to go into the angles, and it will prove to be very painful indeed. Jame having a look towards short now. See that little bounce off of the ceiling? Being as careful as possible.
And you can see Fnatic have started to focus so heavily on mid that Mezzy was in a position where he was going to be in trouble. Even if he got one kill, it wouldn't have put them in a great position.
Very high tier, yes. Yeah, but have a look at Nikodos. In the last round, he's missed a shot. The strafe cancel from Fame, just putting him off enough. That's a go command on the B bomb site. Mezzy's got the sound cues, going for that short area, but he will be traded by Chiron. There's so much position here. Crims can't really press forward with that molly now. Fasha wondering where the rest are. This is going to be real tough. There's a fair amount of utility here for Fnatic if they can find an angle to use it. Chiron boosted up. That might be the end of the line for Fnatic. Roy in a 1 versus 4. After a fantastic half of CS, outsiders lead by 1. Huge action behind us, huge action in front of us after the break. Did he see an elbow? I don't know. So he's only seen 1 so far, but there's many more where they came from. Chiron's here as well with a great tap. That is not an easy 1 tap from Chiron, but he's made it work. Another one from Chiron. Hold on a second. 5 versus 3. Very patient shots of the USP, and rotation is here. All 5 around this bomb site. Fame will finally drop. That's the first frag for Fnatic. Maybe not enough. 2 versus 4. Trying to get that bomb plant at the very least. They'll do that. But what of the frags? Chiron and Jame are very low. This could still turn around. Let's not forget all those clutches we saw from Fnatic as a squad on Vertigo. Can they do the same in the pistol? James rotating up short. Look at the numbers bunching up together. Mezzy falling back now, trying to isolate the fights as best he can. But he's got so many frags to find. And Chiron delivers his 4th headshot. Merciless from Chiron. And he won't be given the defuse after all those frags. They've got 4 players essentially in mid. And Kicker having a look towards A. He spotted a bomb carrier. That's the first one he finds. And Flit's here for the transfer. They need to cross with no utility. Diop over the scout leaves 2 Galils versus a 4 of outsiders. How many more frags can they get? Mezzy trying to do the best he can. Only good for 1 more kill. 2 frags, no plant. That'll have to be enough for Fnatic.
Yeah, the nice timing on the smoke to Palace then. You get the players into position from mid. Lovely transfer. And outsiders now in a pretty comfortable position. The nade stack.
Oh my days! That's got to be a hard read. They've been watching the demos. That's amazing. How many rounds have you seen where a T side are like, all right, we're going to nade the window behind the smoke, and the CT say, all right, they're going to nade the window behind the smoke, we're going to nade them behind their own smoke before they nade us.
Is there a flash coming? You would think there must be.
They're was going to say there has to be if you haven't identified where Jame is, but they'll identify where he is the painful way. Now that's a hard one to use your AKs on. So nerve-wracking here. Still, all they know is that one person is throwing junk from the ramp. There's a two-man swing. Jame, the patience, waits for the target. Beautiful work from him. Mezzy, 1 versus 4 now. Just the 1 kill there for Fnatic. The trigger discipline from Jame after 2 players jump past him. There's time on the clock for Fnatic, but they're going to have to find these entries dry. Waiting for that smoke to go as Flit starts to creep in connector. Still Roy waiting. He hasn't been activated just yet. And Jame finds himself in CT. Great angle on niko. How do they get the bomb plant now? Roy will allow him to go for a short plant if they can get that far. Kick up, creeping forward. Jame holding the angle. The numbers are dwindling now. Crims has got multiple jobs. Needs to frag, also needs to plant. Spots James' head. 3 plays in CT, 30 seconds on the clock. And we've got Fame coming in from jungle as well. Roy's got 25 seconds to find 2 frags. He's got nothing to use apart from his body, and Jame will take that kindly. 13 rounds for Outsiders, 3 away from a 3rd map now. And that's that. But Roy, again, is in that he's still waiting to creep into mid. So a minute on the clock. We're in a similar situation here. And Jame is allowed to activate quicker, plays off of the distraction from his teammate, and it starts to collapse again. Rotating now, Jame, last seen in jungle, heading towards CT. Roy on that flank eventually, but niko has to stay alive. Big headshot from him. Roy can't deliver though. niko in the clutch. Jame just waiting on CT. It's got all the sound cues for his teammate. Fame says hello. There's the F, but where is the J? He thinks CT safe because we saw Jame in jungle, but he's in CT. Surely he emerges eventually. Indeed he will. Another round in the bag for Outsiders. Very hard to break on Mirage. I don't know if Fnatic yet have the solution. We can see they've put the work in, but there's definitely more work to do against the CT side of Outsiders. 1 step ahead in this half. 3 remain. Krim starting to peek out. Kickout's gone from Palace to CT. Back to his usual. Need Maui to fill in the rest. There's the bomb dropped to the floor now. Fasher and Mezzy, 2 versus 5. 500 HP Outsiders. There's the first damage now. Fasher and Mezzy have got so much to do. I can't see Jay missing. So hard to bait the shot from him. So hard to bait that shot. 24 seconds. And now it's down to Mezzy. All right then. Nice headshot from him. But there's too many man on road. Outsiders storm to victory on Mirage and force a deciding map of Overpass.
It was just a no contest. It looked like it was going to be a competitive map from the first half, but that second half was brutal. That was Outsiders at their best, and Fnatic are going to have to find answers. That is their key to victory, but finally they're converging on this B-bomb site.
Oh, the Julies are good for 1, but Fasher will deliver 2. That's fantastic for Fnatic. Krim's here as well. And suddenly, Jame.
I mean, you're not saving, right? You can't tell me he's going to save
He
this.
could be with the Kevlar, but I'm not convinced. Yeah. Doesn't check the angle. 1 more for Fasher. The start they needed, you can hear it already. They're happy with that.
Oh, they're beating that smoke easily.
Yeah, and with some strength as well. Kicker looking to swing with some flashes, but Fasher has an angle. 1 more with the bulldozer, but Fnatic will have to bulldoze without him now. Down he goes, but Krim's a steady, safe pair of hands, waits on the B-bomb site. Teammates slowly on the way, but look how awkward this is. Look at the small amount of space he has to work with, Krims, to try and stay alive. Flick creeping forward. Where's the rest of Fnatic? Krims still delivering. 1 more by Monster. They haven't seen the bomb. That's the problem. It's on short in the hands of Jame now, who presses forward. Has Krims done enough? 1 versus 2. What a tense round on the B-bomb side. Not even over just yet. niko trying to find something. May have seen a sliver of a player around that smoke grenade. We see them creeping now, working together. Fame in the red and dead. James low as well, but he wins the duel. Just about gets the frag on the board for Outsiders.
He's smelling it.
Oh dear. He's dueling with an AWP with a Tech 9. All right then. Well, that's fun. Okay, how about that for a trade? Nasty surprises on the short B position for Fnatic. See if Flit creeps through that smoke. That's quite the gap he has here. He's got somewhat of an angle. Plenty of bullets with the Galil as well, but Roy is ready for it. James is here to trade. Suddenly pops up. Finally collecting a rifle. 1 versus 2. Disappears and reappears once again. 2 on the other side of the track. Slowly creeping in, urgency rising, James appears, awkward for nykytilan now, 1v1 versus the AWP. Is there a kit though? Has he got time?
Oh, they don't think he has it.
Oh, it's gonna be so close!
Oh.
You heard the comms from the team, I didn't want to talk over it. Just gamble it.
And you're just licking your lips.
There are mollies here for outsiders. Not giving any sound cues away. Okay, things might just get awkward now. Hold on a second, Mezzi forces Flit to cancel the bomb plant, just keeps charging forward with the rifle, but now they start to lose the angles, lose position. They could creep forward through the smoke, however. They're trying to cause bedlam, mayhem, chaos, and it's working. Kicker coming in from the back. He was just covering the rotation. Fasha may have seen him. I think he might have. A crossfire with the bomb between them. nykytilan needs to be the trade fragger here. The double peek, look at the synchronization. Torval and Dean. Can he escape this? I don't think he can. So many pistols. Again, this is already looking like a disaster for Fnatic. I don't know that Roy makes it out of here. Flit dropped in the meantime. Kicker rotating off the B bomb side. Roy will be running low on bullets. So close. Rings the bell on Chiron, but he's still alive, and that's huge.
Getting dicey with little time left on the clock. Outsiders have to play this perfectly on the A play.
Smoker's really nice to focus on defending one side, but Chiron will deliver with 2 orbs pushing the bomb site. Crims is ready, bomb carrier dropped. Crims delivering now 9 seconds to get a frag and plant the bomb. Not sure about the comms on that one. James looking in the wrong place. Crims delivers again.
To try and cut off the rotate aggressively, but he's happy to just be that pillar on the site. Heaven smoke missed. It's going to land on Kicker instead. And those B short players from Fnatic will now come back to the bomb site, but do they know Kickert's on site already?
That smoke actually takes Kickert's angles away
no clue.
to help with the short B player. There's the bomb carrier, drops Kickert. Can't really see them. Look at the time on the clock as well. They needed to plant that bomb. 7 seconds. They have to plant. James stuck in. He's going to get barbecued.
Nice! Let's go!
Sunday roast. James on the plate. Past the pierogi. Oh my days. Very curious to see how this one goes down. A late attempt towards all that pull rotation. Crims elevated, Chiron not looking for it quite. There is a trade here though. Haven't seen the bomb just yet. Attacks on A and B, and they haven't seen the bomb at all. Will it be able to rotate in time? Flit's taken control. 18 seconds, racing over. Maybe Fasha hears it. Mezzi will have to deliver. We know he can. Looking to his right, but Flit's on his left. Unbelievable. Outsiders keep them guessing. Push both sides at the same time. No sight of the bomb, and they make it just in time. But again, bomb hasn't been spotted. Falling away from long now is bomb carrier James with his Desert Eagle. I feel like he's had pistols in half of these rounds. Now it's Chiron's turn to creep through, looking for the trade fragger. Fasha will be deleted immediately. Outmaneuvered on B once again by an ill-equipped outsiders. Crims will surely be soon to fall. He does not read this position from Chiron. This will be a round-winning frag. Instant from Chiron, no messing about. nykytilan still pressing forward. Holes in the defenses. Yeah, he can't be expecting this from nykytilan.
He saw he legged him. He's got to be assuming nykytilan will play back.
This is what they need to do, though. But the positioning from James is perfect until... Now, can nykytilan get a second one? The rifle support from Roy is here. That's the bomb carrier around the corner. He can hear Roy falling back, but Roy's got a pistol. Won't be enough. Fame looking for that 180. We've got a great hold in short B here. We can see Fasha holding the tunnel in the meantime. How do they solve this one, outsiders? Fame and Flit pretty low. Lovely flick from nykytilan. That's the bomb. They know where half the remaining players are in this last round of the first half. Flit now 1 versus 4. Quite an engaging half of overpass we have seen. Fnatic looks a bit ropey in terms of how many rounds they could get. Going 2-4 down earlier on, but they'll finish the half 9-6 A 3-round lead over Outsiders. The deciding half is just around the corner. We'll see you back here soon.
But if Fnatic could win this pistol, there's a chance they could run away with it. Flashes out of smoke, peek into Monster, and Flit's already gone.
The numbers game forcing their way in. Roy again, he has been an instrumental fragger for Fnatic. Continues to be so consistent. Fasha flying in. And James has Kevlar.
And they don't even want to let James save this Kevlar. They know his tricks, they're wise to his ways. And Crims will make sure nothing is saved for Outsiders. But maybe that was the distraction they needed. One player on the A site itself. Smoke will make it difficult for Roy. Jumping up onto the site, he has been handled, and Fame gets another through the smoke. Nothing doing for Niko does, apart from that headshot, and maybe that does make things at least a little interesting. You can see Outsiders having two players sticking together at Dumpster, though. They're going to push side by side to make it even more difficult for Niko does. He needs the lineup, and he's not looking the right way. So Outsiders. Oh, James going back down to B.
You know, finding James is always the painful challenge. Mezzi forces his way forwards with the flashbang. I don't know if he's got much information for the squad. The bomb hasn't been seen, though. Roy at the front of the site. Fame starting to creep, starting to wonder. Such an important headshot for him. Now the bomb, actually I'm not sure because Flip was blind as well. So they may have spotted it, maybe they haven't. Now they certainly have. 14 seconds, Chiron activates from the barrel, plays off of James. 2 frags in the round. And heavy losses for Fnatic as they head towards eco territory.
Moving up towards A, heavily grouped for this A play.
Mezzi dumped all his grenades to a teammate, so you know he's looking for these entries. Starting to swing now. Fame will see the shadows, the pre-fire will be here. Looking for the transfer as well. And the dream might be collapsing. Fame's got such a good angle. That smoke is horrific for Fnatic. He sees them coming all day. And now Roy's got 15 seconds. He doesn't know it, but he's in a 1 versus 1. Kiket's coming in from connector. But now his plant angles have gone. He's going to have to go for the truck. Kiket's inside the toilets, racing forward. There will be no plant. It's another round for Outsiders.
They're trying a little boost right now.
Oh, no time for that. Absolutely no time for that. Takes forever to pull a grenade out, throw it, pull your gun back out. Just the 1. Maybe there's a chance for Fnatic. Plant will certainly help. James not finding the angle that time. Ooh. And now, well, 4 versus 3, not so bad. There's a molly for Chiron. That will certainly help if he can find a good angle for it. Crims in 1-shot range, in running, strafing range, and so is Roy as well. Ever dependable. Crims has to get a kill here. There's only 2 of them left now. They're lining up. Crims trying to stay alive. Nikodos down to Nikodos and Kika, and he's found the last one as well. Massive round for Fnatic. They needed that. They wiped so much money from Outsiders also. How do Fnatic avoid losing the first man here? That is the question. The boost from KitKat's good for 2. Man advantage for Outsiders. Smoke's being dropped again, inviting them to have that horrible push. If they go through the smoke, they're going to get wrecked. 32 seconds left.
They're still making noise at A. No reason for Outsiders to leave. This is so hard. This crossfire could be brutal, but Mezzi finds the flank, and maybe that's the difference maker. Crims doesn't get to clear the corner, but it's all on the last man. James is going to tuck back, time low. Niko doesn't need the plant because James comes back in. I said earlier that whenever Outsiders need a round to keep the game close, they seem to win it. This is one they need. They've gone all in. James almost gets absolutely destroyed, but he gets the pick. Could it be at the cost of the bomb site? The bomb's coming back to B.
That repeat, how dare he?
What a call from Fnatic.
Kikat's dropped, but Roy's on the bomb site at the same time. They're Outsiders. 3 on 3 now. Chiron trying to rotate, but look at these positions from Fnatic. Fame's got a rifle now. 2 on 2 as that bomb starts to get planted.
But he still gets the pick. I think the main thing for Fnatic was, again, it just looks so much more decisive now. Now we might start to see a shift in setup, a rotate arriving. Jay might not need it though. Oh, he spots the shadow, almost a lineup. And he's going to get back to a safe angle, looking for more. They want want to close the distance, and they're going to try and wrap around him.
The angle, though, the angle he's holding, they've got to take him from the inside because the CTs are coming. Well, he's bought time for his team. Look at the positions now. Fame on the bomb site. Chiron's here as well, and it's working. 29 seconds, and they're delivering all the frags. James staying alive, staying deep enough to keep Fnatic static. Fame often seen at the bogs, now pushing up long to find some info. And have a look at that from James. Delivers the frag. He knows his back on long is covered as well. As we can see, Fasha tried to take the position, and he'll be successful. They know that James is stuck now, pushing very, very close indeed. But what of the A bomb site? We have Flit and Chiron rotating there in the meantime, delivering some frags. Great warbang from James, and Nikados is alone. They leave James on an island, but still outsiders deliver. Again, he's just pulling people to focus on him. They take the bomb site, but for how long? Reinforcements come through and deliver once again, as they often do for outsiders.
Oh no, Messi, no! In his own molly, he tries to get to long, but he goes down.
Now they're going to start to build. They actually have a flash on this A bomb site as well. Completely silent towards B. You can see Chiron moving back and forth, and it will be a play in the smoke. Have a look at that pop flash. That was a meaty one, but still down goes Crims. Kicker has help from Flit. The counter flash. 3 remaining, 30 seconds on the clock. Bomb still outside Monster. Advantage, oh, outsiders, but Roy, again, dependable. Great presence of mind with the warbang, trying to harass the rotation as well. 20 seconds. Moving through.